You can see the difference. That is freaking cool. Good morning, and thank you for joining me today. And I want to say welcome to Ground Roots Outdoors. My name is Aaron Morstead, and we are on the continuation of the True Glow Range Rover Pro Duo. Now, the next couple videos that you're going to see, ladies and gentlemen, are me debunking or proving some of the problems that people are having with the Range Rover Pro Duo, also the Range Rover Pro, and also the Archer's Choice Range Rover single pin. They're all the same setup. It's just there's the single pin, which actually has a pin. Then there's the Range Rover Pro, which has the single LED, and then there's the Range Rover Pro Duo that has the two LEDs. All right. Again, previous videos, you saw me setting up and putting it on and resetting it up for a new bow, because I got rid of my Hoyt. Now I have a PSE, the Evo, and NXT. But, ladies and gentlemen, what these next two videos are going to be is just me either proving what people's complaints are with the Range Rover Pro, which there aren't a lot. But I can already tell you that there's going to be some things that there's one main thing that I'm concerned about, and it's probably just nitpicky. But as far as that goes, I have actually emailed, I have messaged people on Instagram and on Facebook who I know for a fact use single pin bow sights for hunting, target shooting, 3D tournaments, all that stuff. So we're going to prove some of the problems that people have with them wrong, because they are wrong, and some quick fixes for some of the other issues that people have had. Some of the other issues are people having, they say that the Range Rover Pro Duo and the Range Rover Pro rattle. In other words, they can't get them tight enough. Also, the LEDs on the Range Rover Pro and the Range Rover Pro Duo, they're in the heat of the moment, they say they hit the wrong lighting system and they blind themselves or whatever, or they forget to turn it on. You know, just stuff like that. Okay. And I mean, like I said, a lot of the problems that people are having with these bow sights is just nitpicky, and it's almost like people are trying to find a problem with them just to find a problem. And so I'm going to fuse some of these problems, and we're going to fix them in this video and in the next video. The only problem is the next video, it's going to be a while before the next video, because we have to wait till hunting season to put it to the test, which is October 1st here in Oklahoma. So stay tuned. If you like what you see, hit your thumbs up. If you like what you see and you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. And if you hit the little bell for notifications, you'll get the notification on all my videos. So hang in there. Hopefully I help you guys find some problems out and how to fix them. And let's get it on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Now, as I said, we were going to start the video off with proving or disproving some of the complaints that people have had with the Range Rover Pro Duo from True Glow. Like I said, there's some videos on here about the Range Rover Pro, which is the single LED. Really hadn't seen too much about the Duo other than what it is. But the Duo and just the Range Rover Pro, they're the same thing, same setup, same everything. Now, so hopefully we can debunk this or prove or disprove some of these things. And if there are true, let's fix them and talk about how to fix them. Okay, but first of all, I do want to talk about one thing real quick before we move on. most bow sights have some little accessories that you can add to them and to make them better and blah blah blah. And True Glow, they're nothing different. There it is. True Glow has a Range Rover sight lens kit, and it's supposed to magnify, not much, but it's supposed to clarify and magnify your view. Okay, in other words, it's almost like a baby scope. I mean, it zooms in a hair. Okay, haven't put it on yet, obviously, because it's still in the package. But towards the end of this video, I'll put it on, and we'll see what it does and see if it changes anything. So, or if it's one of those prover or disprove things. I do, however, know that the young man who bought my Hoyt from me, he has one of these on his single pin, his True Glow Range Rover Pro single pin, and he swears by it. He's got some trophies, guys. He's won some 3D tournaments. He's also won some Target tournaments. So I don't know. You tell me. So anyway, so first of all, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Okay, and one of the things, guys and girls, that were complained about in some of the videos was after a couple of shots, the bow sight started rattling. Okay, I have not had a problem with this. Okay, they said it was after about 25, 30, 45, 50 shots, it started vibrating. Okay, like the screws were coming undone or loosening or something like that. Guys, I have shot my Range Rover Pro Duo. I've shot it over about 400 or 500 times with my Hoyt. Now that it's on my Evo NXT31, I've shot it at least about 200 times. Okay, and it's yet to rattle. It's yet to knock off sight. It's yet to do those things. Now, where the rattle is coming from, ladies and gentlemen, there's a couple of things where they say that the rattles are coming from, and some of them are this slide, your elevation slide. Okay, because there's these two little screws. I don't know if you can see that, but there's these two little screws right here, and there's two little nuts on this side, okay, that hold those screws into place. Some of them said that that's where the rattle is coming from, and they keep tightening them down, and it does, and it loosens up again, and then tighten it down, it loosens up again. Well, one problem is that I've noticed is these things have to be milled a certain way, so they're fine milled, which means they're going to have threading issues, which means if you torque them down, you don't have to torque them down. You just take them down snug and stop. Don't muscle up on them, because you muscle up on them like anything on a car or any intricate piece of equipment. You over torque anything, you're going to strip them out, you're going to tear it up, and then they're not going to bite. They're not going to seat. However, if you do happen to be one of those that over torques this thing and strips out the screws, one, you can call True Glow, and they'll replace the screws for you. They do. I know for a fact. Okay, because I've got a friend who has the single pin also, not just Austin across the street, but I know another guy who has the single pin, and he accidentally over torqued his and had to put 2 new screws in it and the nuts. And so you can't get them you cannot get the ones that fit. You can't get them at Lowe's. You can't get them at Ace. You can't get them at True Value. Guys, you have to order them through True Glow, because they're special milled for True Glow. Okay, so anyway, so if you do happen to torque them down and you can't get a hold of True Glow, which you should, but you can't, but if you can't, I got a cure for you. This stuff, Loctite blue. Make sure you get the blue. Don't get the red. Don't get the white, because if you get the red or the white, either, I think it's the white is the weakest one, and it won't do you any good. It's just like putting lube on there. If you put red on, it won't ever come off, which that may not be a problem, but it will, because when you're messing with your windage or your elevation, you can't mess with your elevation anymore and you're screwed. So this stuff right here, blue, you want the Loctite blue. Just put a little dab on there on the threads, okay, and it'll tighten up, lock them up, and it'll keep it from popping off. And that stuff is made for heavy use. In other words, if you're going to take them off, back them off or tighten them back up, put that stuff. That's what it's made for, okay, and it will work. I promise you, it will work, okay. Also, another problem that people are having with this, with the Range Rover Pro, okay, Duo, that they said, okay, is the illumination buttons. Okay, you remember that? The illumination button. See, you go one way, it starts off dim and it goes that way. If you go the other way, it shuts it off and it goes brighter. It's not rocket science. Like anything, practice this stuff. Practice makes perfect in archery, ladies and gentlemen. So practice this stuff before you go out in the field. Don't sit there and buy the thing, slap it on there, get it sighted in, and never once try it in an actual situation. Okay, and because otherwise you will make stupid mistakes. You will forget which one, and you will blind the crap out of yourself, guys. Remember, it's like everything else in archery. If you're hitting high, you chase it, you move high. If you're hitting low, you chase it down low. If you're right, you move right. You're left, you move left. It's the same thing with the lightings on this thing, guys. If it's bright outside, you want a bright light. If you are at low light, you want low light. Because if it's bright light at low light, you are going to blind yourself, and you kind of deserve it if that's what you do. Just saying. Sorry, don't mean to be rude and crude about it, but you get what you get and you don't throw a fit, as my kids would tell you. So, boys and girls, this is what you guys are looking at. Guys, like I said, there's not really any real problems. And if you faced any real problems with this bow sight, please message me. Please let me know. That way we can figure out how to fix them or not. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I have yet to have this thing rattle. I know for a fact that the young man across the street that has the single pin, it's all milled the exact same way. He's put that thing through the ringers, guys. He's had that thing on 2 different bows, and he has yet to have one come loose on him. He's had yet to have anything rattle on him. So yeah, no. I don't know what to tell you other than the fact that you over torqued it, and that's your fault, not the manufacturer's fault. So sorry. I think the only problem that I had with this bow is the battery. Okay, and I'm about to call TrueGlow. I'll let you guys know, because if the battery by some miracle dies on you, can I get a battery for this thing at Walmart or at a store, Walgreens or whatever, and get a battery for it? Or do I call TrueGlow and get one from TrueGlow? That's the only problem that I have. That's the only thing. Guys, sight tape was easy setup, and I can't wait to get out and shoot this thing and find out if the sight tape that I picked, the 80, if you guys remember, the number 80, to see if it's the right one. So, like I said, if you have any more questions, please mention them down below, and we'll bust them out and we'll take care of them and see if we can't figure it out. Okay? And stay tuned, because I'll show you with that lens, does it really magnify or does it not? You tell me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, check this out with the lens. Give you a better view. And yes, it is this big of a deal. Right, so you see the street cone? I'm not going to zoom on it, but I am going to put the... Check that out. Holy cow. That's awesome. I know it's kind of blurry, but you can see the difference. That is freaking cool. I can't wait to try it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, I just want to shoot this out to you. I just got off the phone with TrueGlow. Check it out. See? I don't fib. I got off the phone with TrueGlow, and ladies and gentlemen, the battery for the TrueGlow Range Rover Pro Duo and Range Rover Pro Single LED you can actually get the batteries at Walmart or at your local hardware shop. It's a standard battery. I think it's a 2032 or 3220 or something like that. But yeah, it's just a standard battery that you could purchase at any Walmart or any local hardware store. So that to me is a huge selling point, ladies and gentlemen, huge. And yes, I told you I was going to call them, and I did. See you next time.